All right, what's up, everybody? This is Oliver Bixby, and this is the People Talk Podcast, the podcast where people talk, for Thursday, November 16th, 2017. What's going on, everybody? How's it going? Good? Yeah, everyone good out there? Still hanging in there? All right, we're still hanging in there. It's cold right now in Wisconsin. It's so cold. I'm just freezing. I'm as cold as ice. I am so cold, and I need as many layers as possible to cover my thinly skinned body. I am warm-blooded, cold-blooded, whichever one is just you're cold. That's me. I'm walking around in like a couple shirts, a hoodie, and a jacket. Double socks. Double socks is my thing. Double socks is my shit. I have to credit Josh Christopete on that one for teaching me the double socks. Thank you so much, Josh. As you well know, yeah, one pair of socks does not do it for me. As soon as the temperatures turn below, I would say 50 degrees, just to be safe. I mean, realistically, under 40, 45. But as soon as that number starts with something less than a 5, then I start to break out the double socks. What you want is one tiny sock, one thin sock, and then you put your warm sock on top of that for double sock, okay? And then you're double socking it, and then you're really doing something. So for all of you out there living in the cold states, just pro tip, letting you in on a little secret. Double sock it, and you will make it through this winter, I promise. We're going to make it, all right? All right, think we're going to make it. So what else is new? It's been a long week. It feels like just yesterday, however, that I did my last podcast. What has been going on in the last week? I just finished my new song, Start Somewhere. I just did like the final mix today, just prior to jumping on here. I'm done. Like I had listened to it so many times, enough times where, as always happens, I hate the song. I'm over it. I don't want to hear it ever again. Listening to it earlier, I found I'm just picking at little tiny things that no one else would ever hear, of course. But I found one thing that I was like, I could tweak that just ever so slightly. So I just fixed that, and then I was like, done. It's over. I'm over it. So I just got to come up with some sort of artwork for it. I don't know what to do. Artwork, you know. I'm always conflicted as far as artwork attached to my music, because it's like, I mean, 9 times out of 10, it's just going to be a picture of you trying to not look dumb and then trying to make it a little artistic. That's what's going to happen this time. I just don't know what exactly to do. Yeah, I mean, like, what do you do when you're coming up with new stuff and you need artwork? It's a tough call unless you make a song called Donuts, and then it could be like an artistic picture of donuts or one donut or something. But this is just kind of not one of those things that is an object. I mean, it's called Start Somewhere. It's just like, it's like a thought or a feeling or whatever. So I don't know what to do. That's going to be the next hurdle, coming up with artwork to put together with this, and then just putting it out. So it's just out there. I don't know. That's the main thing, of course. Hopefully that's available to you guys by the time we talk next week. And I can be like, did you check it out? Other than that, I've just been working. And this past weekend, took a little trip up to St. Paul, Minnesota to see my brother's new house. Didn't think that went through. Just kind of drove up there, checked out the new house for a bit, and then had to come back. Stuff going on Sunday morning, so It was a good 5 hours there and 5 hours back. But it was good. It was good to check it out. I hadn't been up there in a while. I'm always going up to the Twin Cities every at least 2 years because no matter what, someone I know or related to lives there. And it's been that way for as long as I can remember. Either one of my brothers or myself or one of my friends lives up there. So get back quite often. But on the way up and back this past weekend, we were listening to a podcast, a true crime podcast called Up and Vanished. So I was properly freaked out after that day, listening to 10 straight hours of real life murder. You should check it out. It's very interesting. But yeah, it's freaky. This guy just decided he was going to pick up a cold case, a murder case. He wasn't a detective or a police officer, anything in the investigative realm, just an amateur investigator. Had never done anything like that before, had never done a podcast before, just randomly Googled cold cases in his part of the country, found one, just picked it up, and just ran with it and actually did some work on it, to the extent where it was pushing the case along. I haven't finished it yet. I don't know if I'm going to, because there's a number of episodes that just seem super drawn out for no reason. A lot like this podcast, where you're just what is he talking about? How is this even relevant? There'll be it seems like there's entire episodes that are just and here's a little avenue that has nothing to do with the case, but I found it kind of interesting, but it was a dead end. A lot of that, and then just advertising for stuff. So I'm starting to see why podcasts exist. I mean, it's an interesting idea to just randomly pick up a case that's been sitting there and basically solve it. That would be kind of cool. Now I'm just sitting here trying to think of cold cases around here. I don't even know. What else? I can't even tell you guys how excited I am for The Last Jedi. I don't feel like there's as many people talking about this one, the new Star Wars movie coming out next month. The second one of the third trilogy. If history is any indication, this should be a very dark episode, and I like those ones. I like it when things go badly, go very wrongly, as long as it's in a movie. And I'm super excited for this one because it looks, I don't know, from the trailer, I don't even know if a full trailer's come out, but the teaser, whatever you call it, the 1 or 2 minutes that they've released, it doesn't feel like they've given out a lot of information. It feels very just it's just trying to hype it up without giving anything away, which is fine. I understand that. I feel hopefully that there's there's a bunch of bombshells in it that are not being shown or described in any way in the trailer, because it looks kind of generic in terms of you can't tell what's going on. It just looks like Star Wars, another Star Wars movie. But I've got the faith. And then they just announced the other day, maybe it was yesterday, that the dude who directed this one is gonna direct a whole new set of movies, a whole new trilogy of Star Wars movies. It's just do we just give all of our money to Disney and Marvel and Star Wars now? It seems like that's what it is. It's just there's 4 or 5 franchises. It's those plus the Fast and the Furious movies. And I'm okay with it. I mean, they're exciting movies. It's just crazy how they can keep cranking them all out, one after the other. But so we've just got a few more weeks, really. I mean, it's something in December 14th, I want to say, right before Christmas. Every Christmas, they should just have a new Star Wars movie, let's be honest. And then you go watch it the day after Christmas or Christmas Day when you're done hanging out and you just want to relax and not have to think about anything holiday related anymore. And I'll tell you what I'm really excited for now that I am putting this new song out. I am going to start going back to listen to some new music that I want to listen to. I was talking last time about how I was not listening to any new music that had been coming out that I want to listen to myself because I like torturing myself. And no, I just wanted to get my thing out, just get something going. So as soon as that is 100%, I'm going to go back and listen to some new stuff. Queens of the Stone Age, Foo Fighters, and hopefully some new hip-hop, stuff like that. I've been getting into Flying Lotus a lot when I've been driving, which is a CD I got probably like 2 years ago. It's called You're Dead. It's called You're Dead. And it's very jazzy, very like experimental jazz crossed with some hip-hop stuff. And I've really only listened to a couple tracks off of it, like the more like radio stuff you might hear on the radio. But now I'm taking like a listen through the whole thing. It's like 19 tracks long. I've been digging that. I feel like just a big experimental jazz phase is about to come on for me. So be excited about that. If you've got any recommendations, I know I've got to listen to like the old guys. Go back and listen to like jazz. But then I want some new stuff too. I'm going to be one of those jazz old guys that just listens to that like in the background at home. It's just going to be very mellow mood music at all times. That's what I want. And then let's be honest, I'm going to just probably jump right into my next next song, something to get another thing out there. Just keep pushing, getting stuff out there. That's going to be my thing. Just even if it's just one song at a time like this, just going to keep pushing. Consistency is key, so they tell me. All right, I got to kind of wrap this up. I think I'm going to head to the gym tonight. Been feeling kind of blah. So, got to go back to the gym. Keep running it out. That's what I've been doing lately. So just going to keep going on that. Try to maintain that consistency there. Just got to keep plugging away. So I think I'm going to leave it right there. That's all for me this week. Not too much going on. So we'll pick it back up next week with the People Talk podcast. Thanks for listening. See you guys later.